The top stories tonight in Y News. The Department of Budget and Management reveals that the proposed confidential and intelligence funds for 2025 are lower than those for 2024.
The Office of the Solicitor General formally requests to Manila Regional Trial Court the removal of the suspended Mayor Alice Guo as the local chief executive of Bataan, Tarlac.
Vice President Sara Duterte criticizes Philippine National Police Chief Police General Romel Francisco Marbil for the pull-out of her security detail.
And we will discover why Israel's Security Cabinet granted Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government the authority to determine the method and timing of the response to rocket attack in the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights.
Good evening, Philippines and the world. Today is Monday, the 29th of July, 2024. Join us in the next hour as we deliver today's top stories around the Philippines and in other parts of the world. I am Bianca Quijano.
We are also seen in 1,935 satellite monitoring centers nationwide and by live streaming worldwide through the UNTV News and Rescue social media channels. I am Joselito Liquido.
First in the news. The Department of Budget and Management reveals the proposed confidential and intelligence funds for 2025 are 16% lower than those for 2024. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives ensures that it will scrutinize the National Expenditure Program for 2025, which amounts to 6.352 trillion pesos. Rosa Licos will tell us why.
The confidential and intelligence funds in the proposed 2025 national budget is 10.2 billion pesos, according to Budget Secretary Amenah Pangandaman. This represents a 16% decrease compared to the 2024 budget. The budget chief made this statement immediately following the formal turnover of the National Expenditure Program for 2025, which totals 6.352 trillion pesos to the House of Representatives. This program will be the basis of the 2025 General Appropriations Bill.
Sa fiscal year 2025 National Expenditure Program, yung sinabmit po natin today, it's 10 billion 286 million 91. 10.2 billion pesos. Ito po ay bumaba ng 16% from this year's General Appropriations Act.
According to Secretary Pangandaman, as with the 2024 budget, the allocation for CIFs has been removed from civilian agencies in the 2025 National Expenditure Program. The House of Representatives as well as the Senate has formally received the National Expenditure Program of the Marcos administration for next year. This program is equivalent to 22.1% of the country's gross domestic product or GDP and represents a 10.1% increase over the 2024 national budget. The sectors with the highest allocations include education, public works, health, interior and local government, and defense. Following this are social welfare, agriculture, transportation, judiciary, and justice. According to Budget Secretary Pangandaman, the social services and economic services sectors will receive the largest shares in the 2025 budget.
Bearing in mind inclusivity, the social services sector will receive the largest allocation of 33.4% or 2.12 trillion pesos. And towards sustainability, the economic services sector will receive a total of 1.85 trillion pesos or 29.2% of the national budget.
However, according to the DBM's briefer, when compared to the 2024 General Appropriations Act or GAA, four sectors have seen decreased allocations: public works, health, social welfare, and agriculture. The DBM says,
Maraming pwedeng kung paano natin i-compare yung sa mga budget. So it can be in terms of sector, it can be per department, it can be per program po.
Meanwhile, the House leadership has promised to scrutinize the proposed budget and approve it before the first recess in October.
As we receive this budget document today, we recognize the collective responsibility bestowed upon us as legislators to scrutinize, deliberate, and ensure that every peso is judicially allocated and spent. Patuloy naming babantayan dito sa Kongreso ang paggastos ng pondong ito.
Rosa Licuz, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
The Office of the Solicitor General, or OSG, has formally asked the court to oust suspended Mayor Alice Guo as local chief executive of Banban, Tarlac. Dante Amento tells us why.
In a 45-page petition for co-warranto filed before the Manila Regional Trial Court on Monday, July 29, the Office of the Solicitor General, or OSG, detailed the arguments that suspended Bamban Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo is illegally occupying her post.
Co-warranto proceeding against the same mayor was filed this morning with the Regional Trial Court in Manila, as required under the rules of court.
The OSG argued that Guo is a Chinese national. She first entered the country on July 12, 1999 through a Chinese passport with her mother, Lin Wenyi, who was allegedly also a Chinese national. Her name was Guo Huaping and born in Fujian, China. The OSG added Mayor Guo is not a Filipino citizen even by naturalization. Thus, she is not eligible to run for any public elective office. The OSG also emphasized that Guo committed serious dishonesty by repeatedly declaring in public documents, such as her Philippine passport and certificate of candidacy, that she is a Filipino citizen. These acts constitute penalty of removal from office under the local government code. Finally, aside from asking to declare null and void Guo's proclamation as winning mayor of Bamban last May 2022 elections, the OSG also said that Guo should be ousted from holding the mayoralty post for being ineligible. Meanwhile, the OSG expressed gratitude to the Senate as one of the instruments in filing an airtight case against Guo.
But because of the revelations, because of the findings made by this committee, most especially with the testimony of the National Bureau of Investigation, which stated that those two persons or those two names pertain to one and the same person, the job of the OSG in consolidating everything and coming up with a solid petition for co-warranto was accomplished.
Dante Amento, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people. We give glory to God.
Former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque has maintained that he is not lawyering for any Philippine offshore gaming operators or POGOs in the country. Roque attended the Senate inquiry today, where he vehemently denied his alleged link to Lucky South 99, the POGO hub that was raided in Porac, Pampanga. The former cabinet official had a verbal tussle with Senate Committee on Women Chairperson Risa Hontiveros after he was asked about the organization chart submitted by the POGO company to PAGCOR, where his name was tagged as the legal head. Roque later on apologized to Hontiveros and to Senator Sherwin Gatchalian after the lawmaker warned that he will be cited in contempt should he continue with his alleged disrespect.
My answer po is that document is only evidence of its existence. Pero para patunayan po yung katotohanan na nakalasaad sa dokumentong yan, dapat meron pong testigo na nakakita ng ginawa yung dokumentong yan, o di naman kaya testigo ng gumawa ng dokumentong yan, o di naman kaya yung testigo na pumirma ng dokumentong yan.
Actually, as
Pag wala
I
po
said
yan,
earlier, excuse
hindi
me,
po
excuse
siya
me.
po
No,
pwede.
excuse
Ma'am,
me.
excuse me kasi...
No, excuse me, Attorney Roque.
I'm sorry, madam, but I am a
it's all
resource
right.
person invited.
Yes, you are.
I was asked
Let me
to
finish.
answer.
Yes, you
Hindi ko
already
po
answered in
maintindihan.
excess.
Kapag gusto nyo
Sandali
akong
po.
tumigil, papatigil nyo kapag ako nag-explain.
Yes.
I thought we were engaged in the
Attorney.
search for the truth.
Attorney Roque, please be reminded to respect the chairperson.
I'm very respectful, Madam Chair.
Paano respectful na nagsasalita siya, sinasabayan mo siya?
I apologize, Senator Gatchalian.
One more,
I
and
apologize.
I will cite you in contempt. And if you disrespect the chairperson, we'll be compelled to cite you in contempt.
I understand and I apologize.
The committee has decided to release Nancy Gamo, the former accountant of suspended Bamban Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo, from Senate custody, while the Senate panel also lifted the contempt order against former Technical and Livelihood Resource Center Deputy Director General Dennis Cunanan after he attended the hearing.
And for the news abroad. Israel Security Cabinet granted Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government the authority to determine the method and timing of a response to rocket attack in the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights, which resulted in the tragic deaths of 12 teenagers and 8 children. Hezbollah has denied any involvement in the assault of the Majdal Ashams, the most deadly incident to occur in Israel or its annexed territories since the beginning of the recent conflict in Gaza, instigated by the Palestinian militant group Hamas on October 7. Israel has pledged to retaliate against Hezbollah in Lebanon, with Israel aircraft striking targets in southern Lebanon on Sunday. Following a security cabinet meeting convened by Netanyahu in Tel Aviv, there were expectations of a more robust response. After the meeting concluded, Netanyahu's office announced that the cabinet had empowered the prime minister and the defense minister to determine the nature and timing of the retaliation.
22 Filipino athletes have already competed in different sporting events of the 2024 Paris Olympics in France. James Hilario will tell us why.
Filipino gymnast Carlos Yulo advanced to the 3-medal rounds in the 2024 Paris Olympics gymnastics tournament. This came after he performed and qualified in the finals of the all-around event vault and floor exercise. On Tuesday, July 30, Pinay rower Joanny Delgaco will compete again for the quarterfinals after leading in the repechage round. On the same day, the first fight of Pinoy boxer Nasty Petesio, along with Pinoy boxer Yomir Marshall, swimmer Carlos Sanchez, and judoka Kiyomi Watanabe will take place. Filipino boxer Ira Villegas defeated Yasmin Motake of Morocco by unanimous decision in the women's 50-kilogram event in the boxing ring, and is scheduled to face Algerian boxer on Friday, August 2 in the round of 16. Meanwhile, although Filipino fencer Samantha Catantan defeated Brazilian fencer Mariana Pistoia, she failed to enter the next round after she was defeated by Italian fencer Ariana Irigo. Filipino gymnasts Aliyah Finnegan, Emma Malabuyo, and Leveroy Vavar have also competed but failed to advance for the medal rounds after their performance in Subdivision 3 of the qualification round. The Philippines have not won any medal yet, but the Filipino athletes continue to give honor to the Philippines in the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris, France. James Hilario, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
We will share more global stories with you later.
For those watching our live streaming on YouTube, please click the subscribe button you see on your screen and ring the bell for notification. You may also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. A festive atmosphere at Tejero Elementary School in Cebu City brought excitement to students on the first day of classes. Meanwhile, elementary school and Tejero National High School are diligently preparing to address the challenges students may face as the new school year begins. Gladys Tuabi tells us why.
Happy and excited are the students of Terra Elementary School in Cebu City as they were welcomed by vibrant colors and festive decors in the school, making separation anxiety no place.
Excited ang mga bata. The teachers also are excited. Maugid na, wala na mong ipatangtang ang decor since palarong pambansa. Para ma-surprise gid namo amo ang parents and the pupils ug wa jud mi nasayop. They are very happy, very excited to attend the first day of classes.
To keep students excited and alive on the first day of school, some teachers prepared props including wristband, welcome stickers, and lollipop wrapped in flowers. Parents have also done their part to set the mood of the students that it's officially back to school.
Kana June, action na kanang kapuyon say mo daka bisag okay 5 AM mo matay dokaon pa. Pero ako jung gi ko na sa parent na ato jung paning kamutan natong bata is sayo gid mo mata. Ato silang tudloan na sayo matulog, na dili mag cellphone kay kana di sad na maayo.
Layan sila mo bangon og sayo. Layan sila mo kuan. Kay murag nabaguhan sila ba. Ako silang giingnan nga pamalitan sila nako anang mga gusto nila para ganahan sila mo eskwela.
As absenteeism, stress from school project, and the like are among the struggles that students experience during classes. Terra National High School and Terra Elementary School have respectively anticipate and prepare to monitor and guide the students with the collaboration of parents and program dedicated to the students' mental wellness.
Amo na nang gi-anticipate daan sa first day kay murag ana magyud na basta bakasyon magkuan pa gyud na sila huna-hunaan na. So ang among first day karon nag-advisory sa mi through advisor gi-apply namo karon ang mental wellness nga program. So gi-adapt namang wellness program aron ang ma-shift nato ang huna-huna sa bata nga mo focus og naay interest sa pag-study nga love niya ang school because the school is their second home man.
Gladys Tuabi, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
Classes in public schools nationwide, from elementary to high school, began earlier today. However, several schools have delayed their first day of classes due to the lingering impact of Super Typhoon Karina and the southwest monsoon. Jed Nedesina details why.
The Department of Education or DepEd recorded 20.5 million students that have already enrolled for the school year 2024-2025. DepEd expects this number to increase further as there are still students enrolling up to now according to Education Secretary Juan Edgardo Sonny Angara.
Well, usually naman continuous enrollment pa rin yan eh. Karamihan dyan nag-enroll 3 to 4 weeks after pasukan at bukas pa yan until September actually.
In relation to this, Secretary Angara mentioned that while the first day of school classes nationwide was generally okay, he is saddened that some schools were unable to start classes today.
Okay, pero nalungkot nga ako na kailangan pa rin ipagpaliban yung pasukan dun sa ibang lugar. Pero naiintindihan natin yun dahil malakas pa rin yung ulan kanina.
More than 800 schools in the country postponed the first day of classes today, affecting over 800,000 students.
Maliit lang kasi yun wala pang siguro wala pang 2% of the whole country. So ibig sabihin yung 98% of schools nagbukas.
As a response, DepEd is considering to have makeup classes or Saturday classes to compensate for the missed school days.
Usually ganun naman yun di ba? Kailangan pagka na-miss yung weekday, sa weekend mag-makeup.
The agency also plans to institutionalize blended learning, seeing it as a solution to address learning loss among students.
Well, definitely, I think option natin yun. Yung gandang option para hindi yung learning loss na tinatawag o yung pagkawala ng mga bata sa kanilang sa kanilang edukasyon ay hindi maging grabe. Pagka may ganong disaster, sakuna, meron tayong magandang sistema sa blended learning. At ipaprioritize natin yung mga schools na may shortages talaga.
Jed Meresina, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
Former President spokesperson Harry Roque attended a Senate hearing today, Monday, July 29, regarding illegal offshore gaming operators or POGOs. Roque admitted that he once lived in a house that was raided by the Bureau of Immigration on Saturday, July 27 in Tuba, Benguet, where 2 foreign nationals were arrested. Attorney Roque stated that although he has an interest in the corporation that owns the house, his share is nominal or small. The former official also denied that the company in question is involved in POGO activities.
Tiniran ko po yan nung ako po'y umalis ng gobyerno, and I do have an interest in the corporation that owns it. No? Pero wala po sa akin ang possession ng bahay na yan. Dahil as of January of 2024, yan po'y pinaupahan ng korporasyon, at ang umuupa po ay isang Wang Yun na isang Chinese national na siya po ay pumirma sa contract of lease ay require siya na magpakita ng alien certificate of registration at lumalabas po na siya ay holder ng isang 9G working visa, meaning she has a right to be in the Philippines. Yun nga po, yung lalaki, ang alam ko, is the partner of one Yun, and alam niyo po, hanggang ngayon, meron akong katiwala doon. Well, I do not deny po na I have an interest in the corporation. Hindi ko po dinideny yun. In fact,
aling corporation po iyan?
Ang pangalan po ata is PH2, hindi ko maalala, no?
PH2?
PH2.
Pero wait a minute, dapat maalala niyo po, well, you intend to
mahaba po yung pangalan.
Procure 100% ownership.
Anyway, maya-maya po, darating po yung...
What does PH2 stand for?
Well, ano po yan that's the location of the address of the house. Okay, anyway, maya-maya po.
Why, what's the whole address
parang
of the
phase
house?
2, black number, gano'n.
Okay,
no?
phase 2.
Pero maya-maya po, nagpakuha ko ng contract of lease para ipakita rito sa komite na ito. No?
And sa ngayon po, kayo ang majority shareholder ng PH2?
Sa ngayon po, hindi.
And in other global news, the United States has accused Hezbollah of the attack in the Golan Heights and expressed its desire to avoid further escalation. Axis Salem will tell us why.
The United States blamed Hezbollah for a rocket attack in Israeli-occupied Golan Heights, killing 12 children and teenagers, and escalating the threat of a wider Middle Eastern war. Israel also accused Hezbollah of causing the recent attack and pledged to strike hard against the Iran ban. Hezbollah has denied any responsibility. The strikes are concerns about a broader conflict in the region, fueled by Israel's Gaza war, which was killed thousands and caused a humanitarian crisis. The White House has confirmed that the recent attack allegedly carried out by Lebanese Hezbollah was a rocket launched from their controlled area. U.S. Secretary of State Andy Blinken expressed his reassurance against an escalation of conflict on Israel's northern border and reiterated U.S. support for Israel. Blinken emphasizes Israel's right to defend its citizens but warns against escalating the conflict. Washington is working on a diplomatic solution to end attacks on the Israel-Lebanon border. Phil Gordon, Vice President Kamala Harris' National Security Advisor, confirmed that Harris is closely monitoring Israel's security situation and has strong support for its security. Blinken expressed sadness over the loss of life and emphasized the importance of a ceasefire deal in Gaza to defuse the conflict on Israel's border with Lebanon, as many people have been displaced. Moreover, the U.S., Qatar, and Egypt have attempted to mediate the Gaza conflict, but Israel and Palestinian Islamic group Hamas have not reached a permanent ceasefire. Meanwhile, U.S. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer supports Israel's right to defend itself against Hezbollah, expressing hope for the escalation and avoiding a wider war. Axis Salem, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people. We give glory to God.
At least 19 people died when a boat capsized on the Tekizi River in Ethiopia's northern Amhara region on Saturday, July 27. The boat was carrying 26 passengers, many of whom were traveling to a funeral when it was struck by a flash flood and overturned. 7 individuals, including a child, were rescued and taken to nearby hospitals, though the severely injured child remains in critical condition. Only 2 bodies have been recovered so far. The Tekizi River, which borders Eritrea and eventually flows into Sudan, is a vital transportation route for local communities, but often lacks adequate safety measures. This incident highlights ongoing issues with overloading, poor maintenance, and the absence of life-saving equipment on the Ethiopian waterways. The accident is the second major disaster in Ethiopia within a week, following a landslide in the southern region that claimed over 250 lives. Media access to northern Ethiopia is heavily restricted, delaying the dissemination of information. The Amhara region has been experiencing significant unrest due to clashes between Ethiopian military and the ethnic Amhara militia known as Fano, exacerbating the instability in the area. And those are the reasons behind the news in other parts of the globe.
Suspended Bamban Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo still did not show up in the Senate hearing for issues on the Philippine offshore gaming operator or POGO in the country. Senator Jinggoy Estrada, on the other hand, warns corresponding law enforcement agencies that their budget may be affected if Mayor Guo remains uncaught. Asher Kadapan Jr. explains why.
Suspended Bamban Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo remains at large amid issuance of warrant of arrest on July 11. This is despite efforts of the Philippine National Police or PNP and the National Bureau of Investigation or NBI.
We were informed that by our assets as of prior to the issuance of the warrant of arrest, there are some sightings in Bulacan. However,
Sightings lang
po.
Kamukha lang niya.
However, when the team went to the possible locations of the sightings, as of now, malalaman po natin na wala naman pong nahuli o nakita pa po.
Senator Estrada also questions the said agencies why the suspended mayor remains active in social media but has yet to be traced by authorities. With this, the senator expresses dismay on the failed efforts of the authorities. The Bureau of Immigration, however, confirmed that Guo has yet to leave the country, but the senator doubts it.
Based po sa record namin, nasa Pilipinas pa po.
Sigurado ko dyan, ha?
Yes po, yes po.
Baka nakalis na yan, private plane yan. Paano nyo matututukan kung nag-private plane yung tao?
Kasama po sa mga minomonitor namin yung lahat ng ports, airports or seaports.
As the Senate hearing for issues on the Philippine offshore gaming operator or POGO continued today, July 29, Mayor Guo still did not show up. Asher Kadapan Jr., UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
All 14 valves of the sunken MT Terra Nova in Limay, Bataan have been sealed, according to the Philippine Coast Guard. The PCG stated that the siphoning or extraction of the oil cargo from the oil tanker will begin tomorrow. Brian Lacanlale tells us why.
The Philippine Coast Guard is hoping that the siphoning operation of the sunken MT Terra Nova will commence on Tuesday, July 30, after all leaking valves of the ship have been sealed. On Sunday, July 28, the salvaging company sealed 9 valves.
Inang umaga, in-inform po sa atin
ng Salvor na nakapag-sealed po sila ng TINA. So total 14 na po. So we are still hoping na yung 24 valves ay ma-sealed today.
However, according to the PCG, all ship valves need to be sealed before the oil cargoes can be siphoned. The salvaging company is already in the final mobilization stage for the equipment needed to siphon oil from the sunken tanker.
Yes, that is the intention, tama. That will be the main activity ng operation natin for tomorrow, yung siphoning process. So, technically, ang sa-siphoning lang ng Salvor is 300,000 liters ng IFO para ma-float itong si Terra Nova.
However, according to the agencies, only 300,000 liters will be siphoned from its cargo of 1.4 million liters of oil. The PCG explained that the ship just need to achieve the right buoyancy to float, after which it will be towed to the nearest shore for the remaining oil removal process. Authorities estimate they can siphon around 50,000 to 60,000 liters of oil per day, so the process is expected to take 5 to 7 days. Ryan Lacanlali, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
Vice President Sara Duterte slams Philippine National Police Chief Police General Romel Francisco Marbil for the pullout of her security detail. According to VP Sara, this is a clear case of political harassment. Lalaine Moreno details why.
Vice President Sara Duterte issued an open letter to Philippine National Police Chief Police General Romel Marbil for allegedly lying about the pullout of her security detail. According to VP Sara, this is a clear case of political harassment since the move targeted some of the police officers who gained her trust and confidence. The Vice President said her security personnel recalled after her resignation as Department of Education Secretary, her comment in the State of the Nation address to a catastrophic event, and the release of an alleged video linking President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to illegal drugs. Marbil earlier said that police personnel assigned to VP Sara were pulled out because more policemen had to be deployed in the National Capital Region. She has denied Marbil's claim that they requested for the pullout, saying there was no formal request. The Vice President also slammed Marbil's remark that there was no security threat against her, noting that there was a malicious attempt to release the video of her departure from the Philippines. She revealed that some PNP operatives went to her place of residence to do some casing, with some policemen making inquiries on the rental house where she and her children live. Meanwhile, PNP Chief Marbil refused to give any comment on VP Duterte's letter.
Sir, comment lang. Harassment daw, sir. Sir, totoo ba, sir, nagbigay kayo ng request kasi sabi niya hindi daw kayo nag-request? Sir, any comment lang po? Any comment lang, sir.
Lalaine Moreno, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
Good news for motorists. Oil companies will be rolling back prices of petroleum products tomorrow, Tuesday, July 30. Based on a separate announcement from oil companies, the price of diesel will drop by 85 centavos per liter. Gasoline prices will see a centavo drop per liter, and kerosene will have an 80 centavo rollback per liter. Industry players attributes this to the fluctuating oil prices in the international market and a possible increase in supply despite currently low demand.
Our kasangbahay, as the world faces these trying times amid the various challenges and uncertainties, we are inviting everyone to join the global prayer for humanity.
Good day. I'm Brother Eli Soriano of the members of the Church of God International. I want to invite you to join us in a minute of prayer every day to pray for humanity and the whole world as we go through these perilous times. While safety measures like washing of hands and strengthening of our immune systems may help us through this horrible predicament, there is still no precaution or cure more powerful than God's mighty intervention. And we need His intervention now more than ever. It doesn't matter what religion you are in or what denomination you belong. This is an invitation for all the people around the world who cares for the future of their family, friends, loved ones, and humanity as a whole. Everybody is welcome to pray with us. For more details, you can check out the description box below. Thank you very much, and I hope to hear from you soon. May God bless you.
Before we close, we will leave you with the word, giving glory to God. From the book of Acts, chapter 8, verse 22, it says, "Repent therefore this thy wickedness, and pray God, if perhaps the thought of thine heart may be forgiven thee." Those are the reasons behind the news, July 29, 2024. Since we deliver to you as they unfold. I am Joselito Liquido, live from Malaysia.
And because we need to know, we will always ask why. I am Bianca Quijano, live from Edmonton, Canada. We serve the people, we give glory to God.